Hi guys, it's Jenny with Art for Good. So one of my favorite things to do is to use acrylic pouring techniques which tend to be pretty abstract to create sort of landscapes or realistic objects. I just think it's an added challenge, and it's just kind of fun to see what we can create with these different kinds of techniques. So let's get started. I'm using a black canvas just because that's what I had laying around. You could definitely use any colored canvas, white, that you have. So I did speed up this creation video a little bit just to help us get to the point and me show you exactly how I created this in a little quicker fashion. So I am just dumping in an assortment of colors into what is a dirty pour cup. No particular order. I'm not trying to lay the colors down in any way. It's just sort of my favorite way to create an abstract sky is with a flip cup. So I will put the exact colors that I used in the description below just so you know. Something to be mindful of when you're doing a flip cup is to make sure you have some contrast built into those colors, right? You want some dark colors, some light colors. That's going to really give you dramatic effects when you go ahead and flip the cup over as the colors interact with each other. So for the mountain scene, I'm going to use a split cup, which is this cup over here on the right, the blue cup. I'll put a link to the ones that I am using here in my description below as well. But there are many on the market that you can find. And I'm just mixing up some sort of more neutral colors of a mountain, some browns, some sort of tan colors, and then I'm gonna add in sort of a reddish color in the middle, just because if you've been to Arizona area, a lot of the mountains are kind of tinted with a red color, and I thought that would be a neat addition. The split cups really give neat striations in, and I found it really helps create that mountain look. I've also used it for like rolling hills, so you can play around with that. All right, so I'm just flipping over the cup. And I'm gonna tilt this out first because I don't want to distort my mountains too much by tilting it with the bottom piece also painted, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to get the entire canvas covered here. And now I'm going to put in the mountains. It may look kind of strange now, but as we tilt it out, it will look a little more realistic, and you'll see what I was going for here. Just making sure to cover the whole canvas, which takes a moment to fill in all the spots. I'm also gonna sort of create some shadowing here with my finger, just because those two little mountains on the left didn't quite turn out to look like mountains. So if I sort of help bridge that gap, it'll be better for the composition. Kind of looks like natural ridges in the mountains. So these are some very bright colors, definitely a little bit abstract, which I like to do, as I said. I was going for more of a sunset vibe, or even with some stars coming out. So we'll see how this turns out. All right, so my initial plan, as you can see, when I started is different than how it ended. So I was going to create some chameleon cells in the sky, and chameleon cells are just when you dip your skewer into oil of some kind. I use a coconut hair serum that I'll put a link to. And then you just place your skewer anywhere that you would like to create a cell, right? So my initial plan was to create what looked like a sun and then some sort of clouds. Decided after doing all of that to sort of change directions, which is not uncommon. So I just kind of wanted to show you as well that it's okay to play around with your work and make changes in the middle. It's actually 90% of the time that's what happens to me as well. I'm gonna just use my hairdryer to make it look a little more natural and blending some of the colors together. Create some more kind of jaggedy peaks. So I'm just putting some white onto, this is actually a cake tool, a frosting tool. You'll see I use a lot of kitchen items in my paintings, but I'm just gonna see if that will help create a little more contrast, or if I like that effect a little bit more for the sky rather than the chameleon cells. But because I introduced that oil into that paint, you can see it's already creating a lot of cells. So I'm just gonna sort of try to create some wispy clouds with my hairdryer here. I decided it sort of, during that process of mixing the paint around, it really muted some of the bright colors. So I'm just gonna go back in and add some of the bright colors to the painting. And one trick that I've used, to try to get more realistic looking paintings is to just look at reference photos. If you look at a picture of a sunset, usually you'll see that, the higher in the sky you get, the darker and more blue or black the scene will be. So I'm mimicking that here by adding the blue at the top. Another trick that I use is to just spray it down with some water. If the colors aren't blending the way I'd like, I just get a water bottle out and I spray it directly onto the paint, and it helps move and mute the colors in any areas that I would like to do that to. This is actually a piece that my mother requested. She recently moved out west, and so she needs some sort of more Western decor in her home. So here's another mistake that I make, or I shouldn't say mistake, I'm experimenting. I got some white spray paint and some black spray paint, and I thought that would create, again, that sort of sunset feel with the white sun. So I sprayed the top with dark because, like I said, if you look at a real sunset, the higher up in the sky you get, the darker it tends to be. And quickly realized that this was not what I was going for. So I'm gonna try to fix it here with a hairdryer a little bit. I love to create sort of dramatic skies, so this isn't too far off from what I want it to be, but I'm not loving this white spray paint. So then I decided that I just wanted to start over a little bit. So I grabbed my tool and I'm just swiping across. And that oil is reacting again. You can see the cells start to pop up again. I decided I really like how it looks like there's sort of some stars popping out. So I'm going to use my spray paint a little differently this time and just lightly spray across and create this kind of stars effect. It makes it look like you're out in the desert with under a starry sky. All right, so here's where things get a little weird. So I had some leaves that I had taken from my yard for another painting, and I decided to use it as a shield with the spray paint to create kind of wispy clouds in some areas. Again, this is working on that contrast that I was talking about. It was all sort of one color, so adding some light areas just gives it a little more interest to the eye. And this is the final piece. As you can see, it's really interesting, and you can kind of play with this sort of theme and create all different kinds of landscapes. I actually have some other landscape paintings here, a whole playlist that I will put a link to so you can keep watching and learning how to create landscapes. All right, that's all I have for today. I'll see you next time.